blastmusic247.com. We're changing the industry one artist at a time.
Hello. I am Melikia K, Courtney, and it is a joy to come to you, new partner, and bring SXP MetaMorphosis 365. Just some individuals. So we begin like we always begin, with gratitude. Thank you for pulling up to partake. And then also thank you to Sunshine, Cromwell of Shine Vibrations. Her podcast happens every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please do tap in with her for that offering. And then thank you to Blast Music 247. I go live through, as you see, my own channel, Melikia K Courtney. So if you have not followed, please do. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And then also Blast Music 247. So it's a good thing to follow both. Also, I'll share this with you real quick. Bam. Quick QR code to help you follow Blast Music 247. And you want to do that for two reasons. One, if you are an artist, you'd like to have your music shared and played during a podcast, this is a great way to do it. Part two, if you are a fan and you'd love to hear some great music and experience the wonderful things that are on blastmusic247.com, another good thing. So with those two things in the water, we're jumping into a fun conversation today. We have had some strong medicine conversations. Let me tell you how strong the medicine of these conversations have been. Do y'all know that over on the TikTok, there has been a great stir of emotions with several of the shorts that were loaded over there through Blast. And I had some conversations, y'all. So out the gate, I gotta be clear and honest. I'm not upset to have offended anyone. Was that the goal? Is that what I set out to do? No, it's not what I set out directly to do, to offend. However, what I am not is I'm not offended by someone being passionately evoked to comment or respond, because I really believe, like I was sharing with Troy, and thank you to Troy, I really believe that a good conversation about thick things is going to evoke emotion. It's going to provoke a person to have a discourse and have a say and share their opinion, especially when it's wrought in belief systems. And I've been pissing people off for weeks, apparently. So, again, not with intention, but I share some truths that rattle cages. And some folks don't want to understand that when you hear these things and you are triggered or passionately impressed to respond to the negative, to be rude, to choose sarcasm, it is because truth is like that jagged little pill. Gets in your throat, you don't want to swallow it, because then you'll have to look at yourself, you'll have to look at your beliefs, you'll have to look at the people who helped you come to those conclusions in a different light, which can be scary. I understand that. I have literally sat to challenge all the things that I was raised to believe, just to test the metal of it, because I wasn't afraid to look at it and see more perspective. So again, that jagged little pill, some people just don't want to swallow. And even then, it doesn't make the truth suddenly become anything other than that. So that is what I will publicly offer to those amazing individuals who I really appreciate. At least they opened their mouth and said what they were thinking, said what they were feeling. Some apparently felt threatened. That's kind of weird, but okay, if you must. So I'm going to continue to do what I do. I'm going to continue to share this truth, and I'm going to continue to say a government that is not governed does not provide a safe environment for anyone. An adult who refuses to adult, who holds the highest office and chooses to harm intentionally and enlist people to help enforce that harm, I'm going to speak on that all day. The answer is no. Okay, so there's that. And my mind ain't changing on that. What is right to do. And what's trash panda? I'm going to call it like it is. Trash panda behavior. Great. So therein lies that we have addressed it. All right, today is about wooing confidence. Have you ever felt afraid? Like, I'm talking the kind of afraid that makes the blood in your veins creep crawl and you get that shiver feeling. Have you ever, like, your spider senses are tingling because you know it's about to be something that you don't necessarily wanna, but you need to? Have you ever felt that I'm ready to walk right back out the room moment after you walked into a room of wonderful people and suddenly you feel all eyes on you and it's like, oh God, can I poof disappear right now? Can you push the button and let me disappear right now? Poof right now. Have you felt that type of fear? Have you gone to work, new position, you're learning the ropes, and you're not feeling overly confident about knowing what's going to happen here and how to make it happen well, let alone supervisory positions. So, let's even touch on romantically. Have you ever felt like you'd love to be calm and feel safe and really wrap into a relationship and expose your heart fully, but you is scared? And I kind of stir the pot in all of those cups just to get you to thinking. I truly believe that at some point, everybody get a moment where they feel a lack of confidence. That is not a bad thing, where they feel a measure of fear about what they're setting out to do. Again, that ain't not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. I do know that I remember being taught, don't be afraid, don't be scared. Oh my God, I really wish that I had the counter information years back, so I'm gonna give it to you straight right here. Do it afraid. I had to come to that conclusion. Just do it afraid. It might suck, you might crash, it might be horrible and ass, but do it afraid. Do it anyway. All right, so that's your give for right now. But I recall being in several positions, all the ones that I've mentioned. I remember being in those positions and feeling like, oh God, what do I do? What do I do to overcome this moment and continue? How do I do it afraid? So enter the conversation of wooing confidence for those who have ever taken the time to pitch a little woo romantically. When you began to consider how you'd like to approach your intended, what it is that really would land with that other person, what is one of the very first things you're doing? You really are on some recon behavior. You know what I mean? And even when it is a first sighting, because you are drawing in from your knowing, you got the memory on Rolodex. Oh my God. Okay, what do I say? What's going to make sense? Like, all of the conversations are running off in your head when it is something that you want to, let's say, engage. That's a polite way to say it. So when you want to know right quick, you want to know some names, you want to know some phone numbers. How can I get with you? How can I holler at you? And often that's where we can easily fast identify that wooing. Okay, boom, you got a name, you got a number. You guys are going to go out And while you're out on this particular date, you want to impress. Understand it's really not that much different when you are working to build your confidence. Only the thing is, this time you are not outwardly focused on another being. You get to focus inward on you. Have you taken the time to get comfortable flirting with yourself? Do you have any wonderful lines that you slide up in the mirror and when you see you, you hit you with something gorgeous? Okay. Do you have that experience? And if you have not had that experience, I so encourage you to get that experience. Part of building confidence in yourself is coming to know yourself, coming to be honest with yourself. Let's paint a little bit of contrast. I am not saying that people go around all the time just lying to themselves outright. Some people do, but I believe that for the most part, folks are really doing their absolute best. Okay, they're their absolute best, but this is what happens. You get a hurt, a rejection. Okay, keep it into the romantic pictures, right? You try to picture woo and you get rejected. Okay, that part, shut down. That didn't work. Delete, lock door, put a padlock on and kick it to the curb, throw it in the cabinet, we ain't touching it to ever. All right. And there is a repetition. There's so many things that we choose that response with. But what it does is it just leaves you a storage bin full of crazy that you still got to go back through. All right. And that one rejection has colored the path in your direction. So in the same manner, going inside, maybe you got some rejection hid out in there, and understand the primary rejection, or the one that lingers and lasts, let me say it that way, is from you. So we're going to be still for a minute and let that sit. Okay. Your lingering and lasting rejection, the one that really matters, the one that holds you in place, the one that prevents you from saying yes to the adventure, yes to the next relationship, yes to a best friend, yes to people, yes to self. That rejection resides in you as you. Okay? Can you work that thought around, in you as you? Okay, dang it. Now we done found it. We done found the worm. How do we get it out the bottle? Go inside. Go inside. It's such it's an interesting thing to go in, and I have been harping and I'm gonna continue to harp because this is the message. You've got to do your inventory. Coming to know yourself is literally the game. If you understand your habits, am I in the habit of feeling rejected? Am I in the habit of hiding? Am I in the habit of saying no to what I would otherwise love to say yes to? Because, and you fill in a blank on your because. Excuse me. It is important to take this particular walk. And I encourage you not just to take the walk with your mouth. I'm encourage you to grab you one of these. If you can see this bad boy. Grab you some of that. Grab you a pen and paper and sit with you and write you. You can write a letter if you want to. You can write it in a list for my folks who enjoy lists and details. And for the folks who do a good job of tearing themselves down, this is going to be a truly easy episode for you to sit down and do it, because you got all this stuff just right there front. What you're not, who you're not, how come you don't, all that. Please write it down and get a good view of what you're feeding you. And you're wooing yourself one direction or the other. You're either wooing toward something stable, confident, beautiful, incredible, creative, imaginative, right? Possible. Or you are wooing yourself off into a corner. All right. These are truly your choices. You're wooing yourself into some yeses that make sense and to some nos that make sense, or the opposite. So bear that in mind and move with me. I do see comments. Hold on a moment, because I get to sharing, and somebody said, preach, hallelujah. I'm giggling. Hey, good evening. It's good to have you here. I love that you guys are saying hi to each other. All right, fast forward. So back to the back. I grabbed the Inner Child Workbook. It's Catherine Taylor, and I wanted to share just a bit of an excerpt with you guys. It's an exercise, and I love to give you guys exercises because it is the work. It's something quiet and private that you can do. Now here in this setting, this is the podcast setting. We are not across the table or on virtual sessions together. Okay, for those who I coach, literally you get to hide. Like for people I'm coaching with, you don't get to hide. You don't get to hide. We're gonna have this conversation and we're gonna talk about it and we're gonna work through it together. But even in this, for those maybe it's been hard to sit and identify these specific points that prevent you from walking fully in your, I like it, Godfidence, but your confidence. Okay. Well, darling, let's do something about it. And I believe that the exercises are pretty helpful. And it gives you something to write and to do and to hide away and steal away by yourself. There's no one else to help judge you if you are judging yourself. And there's no one to prevent you. So, i.e., dip off. If that means you got to hide in the bathroom, you're a mom, you're a dad, and you need a few minutes, go and get your hide in the bathroom. I used to hide in the bathroom a little bit. And hey, yep, you get to hide. Yay, you get to hide for a little bit. But what you're doing, even while you're hiding, is kind of the same as the seeds. The seeds are in the ground, but baby, there's work going on. So go ahead, hide, and do your work while you hide though. All right. So my head is gonna be down a little bit because it's a book, physical book in my hand. I'll show you the book so you guys know which one it is. If I can get it in the screen. If I can't, God forgive me, and I'll figure it out the other way. And the title is The Inner Child Workbook. It's Catherine L. Taylor. All right. So the exercise is creating a dialogue with the adult within. And y'all know how I push you to go in. This is a little bit of I'm a poet, spoken word artist, and we use prompts, writing prompts sometimes. So consider this literally a writing prompt to help you. I'm going to read through these, and it's tiny letters, Jesus, so pray for me. I'm going to use a light. Hallelujah. Okay, let's go. I'm not going to read all of our book. You want all of that, you can read the book. But ask your young adult what his or her favorite activity is. So what you are doing is you're going to go and have a conversation with the younger you. I'm not saying go to the kid. Yes, we can do some inner child work another time. And yes, this does still connect with inner child. I get that. Same time, I would like for you to talk to the young adult. You as a young adult. What was it? And we'll get to, like, I have a certain amount of time. I want to make sure we stay on it. Ask your young adult what his or her favorite activity is. These are pins of getting to know who you are, because I find that sometimes when you get over 30, when you get over 40, when you get over 50, you have lost you. You feel like you don't know who you are anymore. You have become something quite unrecognizable. Possibly your confidence that took a whole vacation on your tail. Possibly life has become an indoor life. You are keeping company with the walls as opposed to out and engaging life as God intended. So we're going to go back and get you. This is how we go back and get you. Part of this is her method. I like her methods. I have my own as well. I'll share those too. However, let's go. 2. What are your young adult plans? Okay. At the time when you're a young adult, you pick a time on it. Hit yourself with maybe like some 18s to 25-ish. Okay, in that span. What were your plans? Were you planning on college? Were you planning on getting a job? Were you planning to get married? What did you have in mind for you? What were you dreaming for you? All right, let's go. Get more questions. What are your dreams and aspirations? I'll probably put this here. What are your dreams and aspirations? What would he or she most like to be? So at that time, what did you have in mind? What was it that you most wanted to be, do, have? Give yourself that answer. And I'm asking these questions. I'm sharing her questions with you, not just to be sharing questions with you. We ain't that bored. You understand? I have a very busy life, and I love you enough to pause it, to come sit my tail in this seat and be with you for an hour and share this information without cost. So nobody has an excuse and everybody gets to grow. Okay. 4, ask your young adult within to tell you about the fears of not knowing how to succeed in the world. Is there any confusion about what that role, that young adult, is supposed to play? We're gonna pause for story time. I gotta say now, my mother's an incredible mother in many ways, and I know she did her absolute best. She felt a sickness at a while when I was young, and before she did, y'all, that woman was in motion. You understand? She had gone back to school again. She loves education. That's probably why I get what I get. Okay, great, lifelong learner, and she was inspecting colleges, like blah blah blah. She did a lot of stuff, okay, and it eventually caught up with her physically. So I can say that when I hit that young adult circle, I had some very functional things in place. I had been directly trained. This is this, this is that, this is the role of a woman, this is the role of a wife, So I had my roles training. This is how you handle the house, this is how you do this, and the budgets. But still, I felt what? Like, what am I supposed to do? Kicked a scholarship to the curb because I was fried. So doing it the traditional route, like the did go do this and go do that, robot, and all be well. I already knew my path didn't look like that. So I remember this moment thinking, what is it supposed to look like? What am I supposed to do and to feel at that moment? So you want to go back and explore, because this exercise is going to give you a clue, help you reconnect back to yourself, give you a clue what your mind and your heart desired, give you an opportunity to truly examine what was on your mind and on your heart or in your purpose bag that you either worked to fulfill or walked away from. Because again, the whole point of the exercise is to woo confidence, all right? We want to woo you. Go back and find the amazingness that was you at that time, and we're going to trace it. We're going to trace it like ABCs in a letter book. We're going to trace it and bring it forward. Your greatness is still in you. Your amazingness still exists. Your purpose still has fire, even if it's been buried a little bit. Your confidence belongs to you, even if, like armor, it's been chinked up or beat up. It's still in you. And our job is to help you either strengthen it. If you're already working in it, you want to get stronger in it, build stronger bonds with yourself, get your mental up, or work to unearth it if it's been buried, work to put some balm of healing on it if you hurt. This is that work. Okay, let's go. 5, what does your young adult need most from you? What does that young adult need most from you? That question is going to take you for a bit of a loop. I caution you to not, don't make it the eagle, i.e. the wooden roller coaster that used to be in Chicago, used to be the biggest roller coaster wooden in the world, whole bunch of loops, quite rickety, it's quite scary. Don't do that to yourself. Do the exercise, yes. Walk through it. Don't go sit down in it. Work through it. That's your caution. 6, how does he feel about you? How does she feel about you? Does the young adult self understand what it means to be reclaimed by you? If not, explain that it means, it means you will help your young adult learn what he or she needs to learn in order to succeed in the adult world. You will pick gusses. Read books, even hire professionals like me, if need be, to ensure the needs of the inner child, and I say your inner young adult, is being met. 7, does your young adult self need help preparing for college or have questions that only you can address? And we'll get back to that. I'll touch back on that in a second. I want to finish reading these to you and tell you a story. Is there anything your young adult self wants to know about you? Are there any concerns he or she has about what you've done with your life? So you are allowing your young adult to look at your life now. You're reflecting, you're inspecting that young adult. You're bringing the greatness along with you. You're refiring, you're cleaning off, you're getting honest. All right. And that young adult gets to look at you too, exactly where you are and what you are doing and how you have met or failed to meet, or opted out of things you wanted to begin with. 8. Is there anything your young adult wants to know about you? Are there any concerns he or she has about what you've done with your life? We did that one. 9. What joy does the inner child want to offer you, and what prevents this from happening? Now, here's the fun. I said I would go back to 7 real quick. My young adult had questions. When I've done this exercise several times. I think it's a wonderful exercise to do. I've done it in various questions, but generally with the same intent and with various coaches that I hired and therapists, because I wanted to understand, know, grow, build, help, which is what I'm doing. So I had questions. My young adult asked, why? Why didn't you do the college then? I did it later. But why didn't you do it then? And I sat to be accountable to myself. Might sound nuts, but that is literally your first accountability, and that is what helps build your confidence. Because when you are not willing, when you're no longer willing to stand in not knowing, oh, I don't know why. Well, yeah, the hell you do. Quit playing with me. Yes, you do. You know why? You know why. When you sit quiet and get honest, you know why. You may have built up a bunch of stuff to block off your knowing, but guess what? Just like that Lego Uno, we could take it apart. Uno Jenga. That Uno Jenga, we could pull that apart, buddy. We could take it on down to the core and see why, what was done, and reclaim you. Go get you back. This is part of the exercise. I do a particular exercise at the event with the women, and it could be teary a little bit. But that's okay, because tears are healing. And going back to get you is a beautiful, beautiful experience. Going back to understand you is a wonderful thing. And then allowing your younger self to reconcile and make peace with who you very much are today, necessary. Absolutely necessary for your peace. This is how you quell the war inside. This is how you bring the inside of you out to play. This is how you begin to retrain in trust. For my people who've been betrayed, let's talk to y'all for a second. It is a matter of your confidence. And I'll say this very, very plain. It is a matter of your confidence. That is why you ain't going to trust nobody else. Never, ever, ever again. I'm never going to date. I'm never, all them nevers. Wrong answer. Okay, so by doing the work, you're building a muscle that will help you build a foundation to build on, to stand on and in safely. All right, so it is a matter of doing the work, getting honest. Who are you? My pissed off people who like to watch and troll and talk trash, who are you? Are you bored, my guys? You know, or are you really understanding that while you're listening to me, there's truth here? That there's some God around here that's tapping on your soul and irritating your being. I might be your sandpaper people, but that's okay because I love you too. And you get to grow as well if you choose to. Your confidence. Another way you can know. Look at your behaviors. When you tend to your habits, if you are brave enough, give yourself 7 days of writing down what you are doing and how you are doing it. Log how many phone calls you have during the week. Log what your conversations were about. I'm not saying write a whole book or paragraph of everything that was said. I'm not saying that, but get a sense of how much you're taking in. What is it? Is it something that's going to build you up? Are you doing the people-pleasing thing and just sitting there and being dumped on? Or are you the villain? Are you dumping on people? All of that pours into your confidence. You understand that? Confidence is energetic. When you're feeling confident, you are center strong. No doubt. There is something so solid about you, not even so much the static. You're not going to feel so much of that. When you are confident about a thing, hi E, what's your name? Speak your name out loud. You are confident that's your name. I am Melikia. There is no question. There is no doubt. That is literally who I am. All right? I am. I can introduce myself that way in 17 other ways. This is who I am. All right? Confidently. So in that same sense, why can't that same And I hope you took time to feel what you were feeling when you said it. If you didn't, let's do it again. Say your name. What is your name? Okay, when you say your name, look for what you're feeling. You are solid state centered. Now, for those who have had name changes and those who have had issues with their names being used, you may have somewhat of a flaring vibration. I understand that. Same time, you're going to feel something solid because you know who you are. Let's talk to our professional people, folks who have gone and done their disciplines. I know I'm a coach. I know I'm a teacher. I ain't got to ask nobody. Like, so you know what I mean? So the things that you know, if you do the work of sitting in that, so this is a separate task, do that exercise for yourself. It'll teach you vibrationally how to seek that state of confidence, that energy of it. Write your list and begin to speak it out loud. I am this, and let's be clear. I do. Okay. I do coaching, I do teaching, I do a whole lot of things. And yes, I've taught, go back and find the other episode where I speak on the be, do, have. Very, very important. Okay. So I understand the full state of being. And that's a cheat code. I get it. However, for those who are coming to understand that, who are you? Just write your list of who are you and speak it and feel that behind it, that no measure of wiggle, that no confusion involved, that no fear involved. All right. Know that. Okay. Know that emotion, know that vibration because it is duplicatable. Yeah, it is. Now the crazy part is I had set this room up maybe like a couple of weeks ago. This particular podcast, and I was about to set up something else for today, and realized that this was already here, and it let me know what an incredible timing. Like this conversation is literally moving about quickly because some people are feeling quite not confident. So, what can you do about this? First, have the conversation we'd have had. I have encouraged you. One, go inside. Know yourself. Two, take advantage of those questions in the book that I suggested. Take advantage of that. It's very doable. Sit with yourself and write. Three, when you pass a mirror or get to see your beautiful reflection, talk to yourself kindly. Greet you. In the morning, you go have your hygiene. There's a mirror. Hey, beautiful. Hey, gorgeous. How you feeling today? Or today is going to be great. What are you saying to yourself? Woo you in the manner that you might woo someone you want to love or already love. Hey, baby. You know what I mean? Oh, you look good. Oh, you smell good. You are amazing. These are things that can help build your confidence if, that's a big old if you put it into practice, if you allow it to. Now, if you don't go do a dang old thing after I said it, that's on you. I ain't mad one bit. I have one job. My job is to be obedient. Sovereign Divine God said, come do. Here I am to do. And I offer it to you without cost in this platform, at least. So, yeah, put it to practice. If you have not binged SXP Metamorphosis 365, go and just really sit and go through the content. I'm usually about an hour on the podcast, and it is a growth podcast. What does that mean? That means that you have front row seats to a life coach who charges reasonably, but this is for the free. Someone who has advanced training in spiritual discipline. So I'm not talking out my butt. I am sharing with you what I know. Like I know my name. See what I'm saying? So I encourage you to hop in, like jump in both feet and begin to love you, build your heart back, take you back. Go take those inner child walks. Go back to your young adult. You brave enough, go back to your kid, your 0 to 9 years old, and see what it was and what you expected or hoped for, and deal with those deferred hopes. Deal. A couple of years back, was doing it was feast time, one of the harvests or feast times, and You literally come and you are dealing. It's like you come to level up and to get accountable before God. Okay. And this is like that moment. You get to come and be accountable with you. Go before you as a child. Go before what a pure heart children have. What a pure heart children have. Get the picture? Go before you as a child. Go before you as a young adult. Go before you as yourself now. Let those two positions and perspectives examine your life now and speak to you. You speaking to you is a powerful thing. I'm telling you. I kid you not. Do the work. And you will find that it looks different. Sometimes it's little by little. I love JR, who is Jose Rodriguez, rapper, music, pastor, who none of this, dope dude. Check him out. And I love it the way I love hearing his voice said it. So of course I've heard it 13,000 times before, but it don't matter. That's my bro. When he says little by little, everything is done, and it freaking is little by little. All right. So if you're afraid now, if you don't have the confidence to do it all now, that's okay. That's okay. Let me give you a little bit of mine. Boop, there you go. All you need, much seed. Okay. So I know the time is 36 after, and I gotta pause and do what I'm supposed to do. Hold on. I'm still giggling. I get to hide. Okay, if you say so. Do. I love making them bigger so I can actually see it all. Oh, thank you for putting it in there. Yep, and the Catherine is going to be spelled, okay, cool. Catherine, C-A-T-H, that one. And it's C-A-T-H-R-Y-N, just so we're clear. All right, just listen, what you writing for? Sit over there and be kind. Okay, great. So let me get to these mid-announcements, and then we'll be back. All right, let's go over here and push a button, Lord. We're gonna push a button. Oh yeah, earlier when I mentioned to go to Blast Music 247 if you're an artist and you want your music shared, well, this is why. Here we go.
Some respect, that didn't the dreams that I made up, let me burn to no longer melting in the smoking clouds. It's just not fucking love.
Absolutely beautiful. I really enjoy the soulfulness of this song, and that is Michael Soul. And the name of the song, ooh, well, darlings, I can't even pull that part up. Pardon me. I will get that for you and drop it in the comments when this goes live. Beautiful, beautiful song, and Michael Soul is the artist. The things have gotten so small, I can't see them, y'all. So what's gonna happen was we're gonna have to make that bigger, and I'll have to ask the grown-ups who push the buttons in real life, like for real, to come and put it to where I can see it. So until then, Michael Soul, beautiful song. All right, so that's the benefit of going to Blast Music 247 and registering as an artist. Go hear great music and handle that. Also going to share this song.
He loved her while grabbing her body to pull her into loving arms. He loves her while grabbing the headboard. He loved her while choking her gently till the lights went out. No words, no doubt of passive insensitivities. Loved her safest in his mind when she was on her knees or him flat on his back, staring dreamily into eyes. Got the feeling that she danced lively in a world full of danger. Stranger the happenings, the more captivating. His thick hair and comely bulges caused her budget to decrease. Steadily efforts paid to please him, paycheck his being back together. Prayer, positive words, and whatever alabaster box that bastarded-hearted curmudgeon called for or demanded. Silently bewitching pools, wormholes she laced her tongue through. Unknown galaxies awaited, worm on the hook, she baited him with clarity. Oceanic love, skydiving insanity, plunged into her need. His strong arms kept her as she bleed to death. Without him, there's no man left on earth. Amazonian crown, king, queen, royalty, she bowed her head. Crowns rolling off down Brown's legs like meatballs from atop spaghetti. Heavy is the crown. Water, I'm so thirsty now. Help me, she tried to scream out. Only thing is, that's exactly what he was doing. Healing her from life. Bewildered, suffocating all the knots, it's not what you think. He only sought to return her life to ink. Rewrite. And maybe next time she'd get it right. Or perhaps not. In body and out, they've been each other's operator. I need a way out for one another. Not just acquainted breaths, but been friend, mother, sister, lover, wife. elemental air, broken bread, saline, love of my life, catalyst, antagonist, and prime, singuloid that one mind. Yeah, this time, she loved him without grip. She loved him as the stingers pierced daily in and out of her. Allergy, world blurry, and she couldn't see. She loved him through hot to cold, black moles with walls, tongue to left and to right, mirrors to souls of soul, dangling disco balls of flashes, lifetimes hanging walls of memories. Did I find him, or did he find me? Conspiracy, focus synchronicities to ensure love was rubbed like that wood stump of a famous tree. It's showtime. Legs already broken, so she can't stand. He's already guilty by the placement of his hands, fingerprinted, reminders all over her body, toes to thumb. She inhaled her last breath, tears rolling down, and he comes. Pleasure, pure agony. He rapid to enter, 3 strokes and he's centered. She's gone from this realm, and he's going with her.
Okay. Rioters satisfied. We are back to business. Right. So we're at 47 after. We're doing great on time. This is the point where I just want to pause and say, oh, I should identify that. So that was Inverted Love by yours truly, Melikia K, Courtney. In the poetry streets, I am Lady Molotov. So on all your streaming platforms, you can go to and look for Lady Molotov. It's spelled MOLOTAV. And check out what's offered there. As I mentioned prior, I am a coach, and I easily say a guide. And people ask me what I do. The simplest way I can answer is say, I love people back to life. That's what I came here to do. Okay, if you need that love, come get it. You're welcome to come get it. If you're a woman, what is it, September 12th to 14th? So September 12th to 14th, we are having 3 days of intense love and incredible food, sisterhood, and some wonderfulness coming together to love on one another and to deal with the things that go bump in our minds, including confidence. We do awesome confidence builders during that 3-day experience. There's many other things we do too. You'll have to come and experience Sanctuary with me to know all of what happens there. And I can tell you, the impact has been wild. Okay. You can email lifeissanctuaryxp@gmail.com. You can also go to thereboundcoach.com/sanctuary and get that deposit in ASAP. It is $1,600 to attend. It is all inclusive. So your main meals, we provide some snacks. If you have particular things you like, go ahead and bring that with you. The event is catered. Our caterer is the bomb. I mean, good food and overload. You can eat. And the other experiences that go in with it, the photography, the work itself, and the materials that go along with that. All right. I think that's pretty much shared. And there's one set of other things I want to share with you before we get out of here. Bang, here we go. Y'all, I keep notes so we stay on track because there's so much that I really want to impart. Like I want to be certain that you have some tools and that you understand that you are loved. Like this is a labor of love. This is a labor of love. So I want you to know that you are not alone. And I share all my crazy stuff because I've been through some crazy stuff. And I know that somebody may be feeling alone in that because when I was going through some of it, I felt very alone, very overwhelmed. Anxiety was kicking my head in. Like I remember those times. So I'm not going to leave you like that. All right. When it comes to wooing confidence, which is the fun for the day, I'm all about that play. I believe in learning through play, like for real. it's still the most fun way for me to learn. I want to do it and touch it and engage in it. Very tactile. Okay. I'm going to encourage you just to do a few things, about 6 of them, about 6 of them. So if you don't do all 6, please at least do one. And not only just do it, y'all give me that feedback. Like them trolls who'll be sliding up, you guys slide up for me and give me that feedback. You can shoot that to the email. You can even do it like once this goes live on YouTube. Wait till it's posted up and then go in the comments and just even drop it there if you don't care to go to lifeissanctuaryxp@gmail.com and give feedback. Do one of the two because I really want to know how it's helping. That impact feedback matters. Host a personal pep rally with props. Like fully act out. Get your pom-poms if you have them. A wooden spoon mic, a cardboard that says you rock. Shout out your wins. I'm talking about be freaking ridiculous. At least 3 of them. You can fill whatever room you're in or the home you're in or the apartment or condo you're in or the car you're in with your voice. Shout it out. Shout it out like you're doing it from the rooftops. Big or small, whatever the win is. For people who have dealt with depression like I had, brushing your teeth and taking a shower, yo, that's something to shout about. Okay, folks who've lost the quote unquote all and built it back, that's something to shout about. So find your stuff, whether it's a big thing or a small thing. I didn't share with you guys about this weekend, so I am a monster when it comes to spoken word, like a feisty beast, to be honest. I love it. I am truly passionate about it. It is water, and it's actually fire for myself. Okay, so this weekend, I was at the Southern Soul Rib and Seafood Festival and hit that stage and just flamed on, burned that mic up, and I enjoyed it. It was wonderful. Now, the difference being, in the past, I was not comfortable singing. I'm very comfortable doing spoken word. I'm very comfortable as a speaker, a public speaker, or as a teacher, as a guide. Very, very comfortable spaces, but the singing had me off on that needing more confidence to do it. And I literally just started doing it. I asked advice. I chatted with my friends. I run a poetry space with my partner every Friday night. And I think Timothy Whispers. I think that was like a very, very key conversation. Him and Tammy. She's not in that space. It's a different space. And their instruction and encouragement helped me knock it off. Excuse me for just 1 second. I didn't do my every 13 minutes drink something. Okay, so they helped me to move beyond that fear in mind. I still had to do the work. I had to do it. Okay, but they gave me some good parameters to look at with some good perspective and instructions. And that's it. They gave me the instructions and the good parameters. You see what I'm saying? That was so good. I put it to work. I'm giving you some good instructions. Put it to work. Okay, excuse me. Here we go. So grab your pom-poms, your wooden spoon, cardboard, just as you rock, shout out your good stuff. Do a silly touchdown dance. If you like football, perhaps you haven't seen that. If not, a football dance, a whatever dance. Get your whatever on in your kitchen, in your dining room, in your bathroom. Handle your handle, but host yourself a personal pep rally. 2, give your inner critic, oh my God, that voice that's inside you that be saying the worstest of things to you that you can truly hear, begin to start deafening that voice. 1. And then 2, give it a reckless name, like something fully silly, so that you can really look at it and laugh and play, put a thing in its place. So give it an appropriate name for the trash that it's on. Name your inner critic something ridiculous, like Nervous Nelly, or something weird, like literally something weird that you really won't respect. How about that? So when it starts yapping, you talk back to that thing and talk back to it, not necessarily using your normal voice. Speak back to it in as ridiculous a cadence or voice that you can come up with, because that's as ridiculous as that thing is talking crazy to you. So match energy on that. 3, strut like ain't nobody judging you. put on a song that makes you feel amazing and invincible. What is your theme music? What is your, if I put this on, all is well. For me, it's All Right by Kendrick Lamar. I freaking love that song because if God got us, we gonna be all right. And that song is great for me. Kendrick, Cole, Chance, like there are songs that live rent free in my head. Beyonce, some of her stuff. So get your playlists together, and even my pieces. There's certain pieces that I just go into and it's charged, especially if it's free. If I need a quick charge, I can just go into that just for a few bars, and I'm like, whoop, here we go. So create that for yourself. What is your thing that's gonna be your theme music? Have you feeling awesome when you walk out of a room, and narrate your walk. It is the funniest thing. My partner Scott does this really funny thing, and he's an announcer, so he uses the announcer voice. Like, can you imagine doing daily things, but using the announcer voice to narrate? Freaking hilarious. So find your announcer voice and make you laugh. Okay, stage an award ceremony. Win it for whatever you want to win it for. Create it, make it up. Maybe you really do want a specific particular award. Well, guess what? Gonna have you a ceremony and make your speech. Make your acceptance speech be as long and ridiculous as you choose to. Get you a microphone. Your microphone can be whatever's next to you, your pen, your brush, whatever. Get you a microphone and be important right quick and receive your award with a heartfelt acceptance speech. Have a good time. Like, for real, have a good time. Wear a costume. This is number 5. I believe in cosplay. Feel how you feel, but I believe in cosplay. I believe in the capes. I believe in the wings. I believe in the glitter. I believe in all of the wonderful imaginative things that feed creativity and that cause laughter. Again, I'm not kidding about that play. That is a cheat code. And when you get to know me and spend time with me, you'll understand. We're gonna play Uno. We're gonna play cards. We're gonna play chess. We're gonna play basketball. We're gonna do it all, water games. I'm about that life because I understand the effective tool that play is. And I almost said this with poets listening, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Even if you have to play with yourself, and not like that, but by yourself. There we go. That's a better way to say it. By yourself. Okay. So throw on some my ladies with your lovely lipstick, do your full face, beat it on up, get gorgeous. And then here's the mission though, because you want to do everything with purpose. Assign a power to whatever you're choosing to use. If you're going to put on that cape, if you're going to put on that scarf or that piece of jewelry, whatever it is you're going to put on, you're going to assign a power to it. And how do you do that? When I wear this XYZ, I am, boom, you fill in your blanks. When I put on my red lipstick, baby, I am boss baby motion. When the lips is lovely and popping. Okay, so you get to assign the power to whatever tool or totem you choose to use, okay? Stay on track. Important. You can also use that method to kind of conquer something that you've been putting off. What have you been putting off? And that's a very necessary question. Please find out from yourself. What have you been putting off and why? And you can use this moment to start tending to it little by little. Touch back. Last one, 6. Play the confidence comedian game. How does that work? You're basically going and you're telling the story. You're telling maybe something that stressed you out, a situation that stressed you out. But you're going to go back and you're going to tell it like you are a stand-up comedian. You're going to talk about how you were feeling in your body and making light of it. You're going to talk about the things that you were thinking while you were trying to handle whatever it was or whatever was occurring. And you're going to do your best to lower your pressure and to raise your self-love while you're doing that. Exaggerate it all. Exaggerate your inner monologue, exaggerate your voice, your language. Like, make it fun. Make it fun and laugh. Laugh. Random weird thought, the Joker, and it still stays with me to this day. I think it's Heath Ledger's Joker. Why so serious? And I literally say that to myself when I get to feeling, because again, back to the energy, when I am tense and tight, I can feel it all up in my body. And I may not even be paying attention at first. And then once I realize, like, oh God, I'm feeling quite rigid. My spine is entirely too tight. I'm standing quite erect. I'm all for good posture, but this is a bit much. The space between my shoulder blades is way, way too close together. My shoulders are entirely too high. They're meeting my ears. So I'm giving you these markers, and I teach lecture style. So I'm hoping you're picking up what I'm putting down. But when these things become clear to me, I realize, dude, you bugging. You're bugging. Why so serious? It's time to relax. It's time to relax. So I touch back to play. I touch back to the things that keep me feeling alive, confident, passionate. And y'all, this weekend I was at Coquina Beach. Hallelujah. It was beautiful. I know to go recharge me in the water because the world looks different. So all of those things I just offered you, those 6 ways to kind of woo confidence, because I would love to see the confidence built in you. I would love for you to hit me up and be like, listen, girl, let me tell you what I did. Or sis, let me tell you what I did. And knowing that you were able to put these into practice, build a skill and the strength and impact and move on forward. Come on now. That is joy for me. That is joy for me. Some of these folks have me back over there sitting and crying by how beautiful the growth is. And I'll give you a cautionary tale in contrast, or for contrast. How about one of the beautiful ladies that was a part of my event? It's been a year, maybe 2. She passed. And it was quick. Like, it was quick. So that shared as contrast to encourage you to do it now, to say it now, to be where you're supposed to be now, to find you now. Go back to your young adult self. Go back to your inner child and bring you along. Give some accountability. Give an account for yourself. Give an account to your younger you. Give an account to your child you. All right? And commune with yourself. Bring you along. And this is especially for those people who feel lost. Those people who feel disconnected from themselves. This is exactly for you. For people who felt betrayed, this is exactly for you. For people who are feeling alone, this is exactly for you. Okay, so all of that said, I have a parent tingling. I feel a spider sense that I need to go check on these girls because it's too quiet. And I am complete. We have reached the end of our time together. Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you enjoying SXP Metamorphosis 365. I am your host, Melikia K. Courtney, founder of Sanctuary Experience, and it is my high honor and pleasure and joy to serve you in this way. If you know that you know that you know that I am someone you need to be working with, not just lost in the, oh, I'd like to thoughts, or that deep calls to deep, and you feel that call, come on. Connect. Let me get to loving you back to life. It is not a one-way street. I'm going to be loving you back to life, and you're going to be loving you back to life too. Say I anything about it. So let's work together to achieve, to get those breakthrough moments that you're seeking, to grow and to grow into love. It feels so roomy. It feels so good to have love surround you energetically in life. All right, what it attracts. So I encourage you, love you like that. Yeah. Watch the replay, subscribe, all those wonderful, wonderful things. And yeah, I will see you next Tuesday for more SXP Metamorphosis 365. That's pretty much it. Well, let's see, make sure I didn't miss any messages. And now I get to push the buttons. Much love. Again.
blastmusic247.com. We're changing the industry one artist at a time.